Welcome back. Now that we've talked about the coaching philosophy, practical coaching tactics, it's time to talk a little bit about the coaching team and the role you play in the greater Triangle world. In this session, I'll talk about basic coaching team expectations, assigning work with students, working with headquarters and national council, some tips about insurance and health and safety, the importance of working with our campus professionals, a little bit on chapter planning, assessment, and awards, and some resources that are available to help you. So first, basic coaching team expectations. Share expectations and definitions of chapter success with one another as the coaching team and with the chapter. Try to meet monthly as a team to foster commitment and make sure that everybody in the volunteer world is having a good experience in their coaching role with their students. Set goals and objectives as the coaching and advising team, not necessarily just for the chapter. You want to work as a collaborative unit and provide services and resources for the chapter. So if you have a primary chapter coach, you might also have a recruitment coach, you might also have a finance coach. Those coaches are going to work with those specific chapter officers. And if you've set goals for the coaching and advising team, this is where you want to talk about things like we hope as a coaching team to get the chapter out of debt this year, and you want to coach the students to make that happen. So another big piece of being part of the coaching team is supporting each other. And part of that is, attending trainings like this one. And you want to make sure that everyone on your team is competent and confident, and that we are caring volunteers and that you all are having a good experience in your volunteer role. So in addition to setting goals for your coaching team, you're also helping the chapter set some goals, assisting with the financial management. We want to be meeting with the executive committee once a month, and we want to make sure that we have a chapter coach attending at least one chapter meeting every month. We want to assure our student leaders that we know the Triangle policies and we can help them, but we want to encourage them to know the Triangle policies and deadlines and where can they find additional information. It's important for you as the coaching team to be familiar with Constitution and bylaws and fraternity regulations, as well as ritual. And we want to make sure we're celebrating successes, but also watching for warning signs. So are there things that are slipping? Are there areas where you need a little extra support? That type of thing. Working with headquarters and council, make sure you know deadlines and help the students know the deadlines as well. So you can see some of those deadlines here. There are also resources in the Triangle portal that offer a one-pager with all the deadlines and information that you need to know for a year in the life of a Triangle collegiate chapter. Make sure that you're looking at communication from headquarters. We do send out a monthly HQ news. Know where things are on triangle.org. Pay attention to announcements about upcoming programs, whether that's convention, the Herb Scobie Leadership School, Leadership and Training Weekend, or any regional programs that might be offered. Make sure that you're promoting chapter participation in these programs. These are supported by chapter fees, and it's a huge benefit of being a member of Triangle. We try to offer opportunities for leadership, education, networking, and hopefully that national connection, meeting other brothers who are members of Triangle. Make sure you're communicating when needed. We want to hear from you. If you're seeing some warning signs of a chapter, or if there's anything that comes up related to risk management or risk prevention, please reach out. We really want to help, and we want to see all of our chapters succeed. So anything we can do, we are here. Some things to note about insurance and health and safety. We are bringing back the Fraternity Health and Safety Initiative, or FHSI, which is risk management education delivered typically in person, and we will be training volunteers as facilitators, as well as staff as facilitators to present programs at chapters. Now, that is supplemental to our online Tightrope risk education program. Every new member must complete the full 5-module course, and in every year thereafter, every member of the chapter completes a refresher course. So when they complete those, we do have a record of that through the platform where Tightrope exists. Insurance rates are affected by claims and the efforts that we make to educate our members. So things like Tightrope and FHSI help reduce our insurance rates. And a chapter that knows and understands risk can definitely minimize opportunity for accidents or injuries to occur when they are hosting events or attending other events. Working with campus professionals. As the primary chapter coach or recruitment coach or any coaching role, feel free to introduce yourself to the professionals on the campus where you're coaching that work with Triangle Fraternity. Now, this could be the Fraternity and Sorority Life Office, the College of Engineering. Just make sure that you talk to the students and find out where it is on the campus that we are working with staff. Try to meet with them once a year, if you can, once per academic term. Be familiar with campus rules and policies for fraternities, as well as resources available to students. Universities really look at 3 things to determine whether we are an asset to their campus or more of a liability. And those things are going to be grades, graduation and retention rates, how many charitable hours are we donating, and how much money are we raising for charity, and membership numbers. Are we relevant? Do we have enough students to be a student organization and be relevant on campus? And of course, our goal is that all Triangle chapters stay in that asset column. Consider inviting the Dean of Students or the Fraternity and Sorority Advisor to lunch once a year. You will learn a great deal about trends, policy changes that might be upcoming, and what's going on with other student orgs on campus. This is also a great opportunity to get in front of the Dean of Students and just make a really good impression as Triangle. Chapter planning, assessment, and awards. So you may be familiar with the Pyramid Chapter Assessment Program, and this is the guide to chapter operations. Pyramid has gotten a little bit of a refresh and will be able to submit information for Pyramid throughout the year in the Triangle portal. Annual chapter retreat, planning retreat. This is a time for the coaching team and the students to come together for strategic thinking and goal setting to create a plan for the year. So typically this would be before an academic year or at the beginning of an officer term. So you want to plan that, get together in person, do it on Zoom, whatever works best for your chapter. Having a recruitment workshop. Prior to primary recruitment periods, or if there's a campus formal recruitment, we want to make sure that we're doing a little recruitment refresher with all of our members prior to that starting. Here's the big one, officer transition retreat. For a smooth transition and to make sure that we're measuring and modifying any chapter goals. This should happen whenever your chapter does officer elections, and it should include the outgoing officers as well as the incoming officers. We want to make sure that they are having an opportunity to all get together as an outgoing executive team, an incoming executive team, and as the coaching team, your role is to help bridge those gaps and make sure that things don't fall through the cracks and really help ensure that we're getting that good officer transition. And then we have the Building Better Men Awards. This recognizes chapters and individuals. There are some monetary awards in the coming year, and the individual awards can be applied for as well. chapters do need to apply for this or submit nominations for individual brothers for the individual awards. Notice about that goes out in HQ News every year. So what resources are available to you? The Triangle portal, also known as Chapter Spot, is where you can find everything that you need. This is an online hub for manuals, officer transition information. The Triangle portal is also where chapters can submit grade report and other data. So this is a huge portal area where you can get access to a plethora of resources. Leadership and Training Weekend, LTW. It's always the weekend of Martin Luther King Jr. Day, and it will be at Jameson Camp in Plainfield, Illinois. Headquarters professional staff. We have a great staff here at headquarters. We have experience in chapter management, officer training and transitions, chapter workshops, retreats for planning, goal setting, recruitment preparation, and overall brotherhood and personal and professional development. So please utilize us, reach out, we're here for you. Utilize other alumni volunteers. Learn best practices from other chapters, other coaching teams that are doing the same work that you are. And then, of course, we have some partner resources that Triangle uses. One is Chapter Builder for recruitment and potential new member management. We have the Triangle portal that I mentioned, which is our online hub for all of our resources and reporting data. GreekBill, which is an excellent resource that manages chapter finances. And it also comes with CrowdChange, which is a fundraising platform that goes directly into the chapter account. No more using Venmo, personal Venmos to do fundraising. And then Plaid, which is the platform that runs our tightrope risk prevention education. So who are your headquarters staff? Who should you contact? Tom is our executive director, Tom Pennington. You can reach out to him if there's a risk or crisis situation. He is your go-to. If you have questions or need to get in touch with National Council, if you have questions about insurance, any of our governing documents, or national convention, Tom is your contact. Rhonda, we couldn't live without Rhonda. She is our director of operations, and she does chapter accounts, membership and officer rosters, initiations, payments, anything in the Triangle portal. If you're trying to submit grades, anything like that, Rhonda will be your go-to person. Henry Kaleo, new to staff. He is your guy for recruitment, expansion, chapter builder software, and general chapter services inquiries. Now, for general chapter services inquiries, you should also reach out to your chapter services liaison, which is either Lily or Dinah. And for some of you, our new staff member, Zach Pfeiffer. Me, hi, I'm Morgan Brickley. You can reach out to me for leadership programs. That's LTW, Scobie Leadership School, anything in the Build Triangle library where you are right now. Officer transitions, tightrope, risk education, pyramid awards, kind of anything in the leadership and education developmental realm. I am your contact, I'm your person. And I'm happy to be here, happy to help with that. And as I already mentioned, each chapter has a designated staff member as the growth coach and liaison. For most of you, that is Lily and Dinah. For a few of you, it is Zach. And so just make sure to know who that might be. If you don't know who to contact, you can reach out to any of us and we'll help you and make sure you get to the right place. So please never hesitate to contact us and reach out. I hope this training has been helpful for you in your role as a chapter coach and you feel a little better prepared to ask questions, find information, and work with today's college students. If anything comes up, as always, don't hesitate to reach out to me or any other staff at headquarters. We are here, and we are here to make sure that your chapter and your coaching team can be successful. Thanks so much for your time. We hope to hear from you soon.